Hello, I know a lot of you Vechain fans have been wondering about Vechain. Well, they've been outperforming for the last 4 or 5 days or so. The sample size is still way too small for me to make a conclusion. If they can continue on doing so for the next month or so, maybe we can draw a conclusion. But it does seem like V-Better DAO might actually have an effect on it. And of course, the ecosystem is growing. I want the ecosystem to grow in terms of DeFi, of course. But, they are growing it in other ways. So, like in May, they expanded the partnership with Supply@Me, which is a publicly traded company in the UK. The partnership will see the company use VeChain's technology, and remember, each use of VeChain's technology does actually burn VTHO, but just not enough VTHO, to transform the supply chain and finance business for small and medium-sized businesses. Most recently, VeChain unveiled the V-Better DAO, an app marketplace for sustainable assets and actions. This platform will help organizations and enterprises tokenize their sustainable marketplaces. The platform, which is built on top of VeChain's technology, has completed over 335K transactions, that's 335,000 transactions, while the number of B3TR token holders rose to over 24K. In June, VeChain launched VROJ, a platform that aims to bridge the gap between Web 2 and Web 3. Its goal is to integrate the VeChain Thor blockchain into any technology stack without doing any coding. So that's what we actually have right now. Like I said, I wanted them to really boost up the DeFi ecosystem, but they're actually moving deeper into RWA by launching this thing called V-Tosenberg. V-Tosenberg provides a solution for product tagging using blockchain technology, and I do think they have a couple of clients. VeChain's pockets are also pretty deep. They have $550 million in the treasury, and most of it consists of Bitcoin, Ethereum, and VeChain, so they have money to operate for years on end. A small portion of these funds is in stablecoins like Tether's USDT, but like Bitcoin, Ethereum, VeChain, at least Bitcoin and Ethereum, fairly stable assets, probably going to go up, so they'll probably have over $1 billion in its treasury. But the V-Better DAO is continuing to promote better projects, and the marketplace is slowly growing. It's mainly focused on tokenization right now. I do want them to kind of more expand into DeFi right now, obviously, but tokenization is not bad. RWA is the best performing sector of the crypto market, and it has been for Q2. As obviously it is because the meme coins really went down in Q2. So RWA is definitely getting a lot of shine, and V-Better DAO is trying to take advantage of that. So aside from actual business use, this might actually generate enough FOMO during the bull run for VeChain to go up. Like I said, right now it's only been about 5 days where they're outperforming. That could be any kind of fluke, but if it expands into a month or 2 months, maybe there's some hype building there, or there's some business case building there. Now, I don't think there's really anything that can get the VTHO burn to be more than VTHO generation, but if they have significant increase in VTHO burn, that might get people pumped up about VeChain. So they launched V-Better DAO I think back in February, and they actually have a lot more projects on V-Better DAO right now. I still think they need more TVL and locked up resources to actually improve the price of VeChain, but they are actually expanding their RWA portfolio right now. I think some of the stuff they've been doing, tokenizing sports stuff, I think that's pretty much only the beginning, and I think there's a lot more of that coming in the future. So yeah, it's pretty exciting for VeChain and real world products, especially RWA. And if you've been looking for VeChain to make a move, they are making somewhat of a move right now. And that's probably a little bit of why they're overperforming the last few days. I don't think that's all of it, obviously. I think coins that have underperformed for a while will eventually overperform anyways. But right now, it's definitely up more than average in the last 4 or 5 days. It's up about 8% today. And that's beating out pretty much everything besides Sui and BitTensor. So pretty good news for VeChain overall. And yeah, I would probably keep at least some VeChain back just in case they do skyrocket up. But if you want to trade it for newer coins, that's fine as well. I also want to talk about Bitcoin Cash and why you might actually want to sell it. I think Mt. Gox's distribution is going to be more devastating for Bitcoin Cash than Bitcoin. Now, they're only redistributing $74 million worth of Bitcoin Cash. That's compared to $9 billion worth of Bitcoin. But as a ratio of its daily volume, that's a much bigger ratio than the 9 billion Bitcoin. The 73 million is about 24% of Bitcoin Cash's daily volume, whereas the Bitcoin daily volume is only about 6%. So comparative how big the coin is, the Bitcoin Cash is a much, much bigger deal. At least I think so. I'm not really sure like if Bitcoin Cash holders think, though. They probably don't. But on paper, the Bitcoin Cash deal is much, much bigger. So I would definitely like look at that and be like, it's definitely like kind of up in the air of like if that's actually going to do well or not. So, like Bitcoin Cash definitely, and also like Bitcoin Cash doesn't have the index thing like Bitcoin where people aren't trading on it. So you might want to sell your Bitcoin Cash before this actually happens. And Bitcoin Cash's daily trading volume is basically 1/50th of Bitcoin. And realistically, like that's not very good for Bitcoin Cash. Another factor that's playing into this is like people that actually held the Bitcoin on Mt. Gox, a lot of them did actually sell the rights for the last 10 years. Whereas Bitcoin Cash didn't even exist when Mt. Gox fell. The fork didn't happen until 4 years later. So the Bitcoin Cash that's coming back to these investors is just free money that they never expected to get. So like I think they're going to kind of treat it as an airdrop. So there might be a higher proportion of Bitcoin Cash sales than Bitcoin sales. So keep that in mind for Bitcoin Cash. So that's the news for today. Let me know what you think. Like and subscribe. Hit that bell notifications button. Thank you and have a nice day.